Okay, so looking back at the final drive for the Auburn Tigers against Oregon, which led to a 26-yard touchdown pass from Bo Nix to Seth Williams, a lot of questionable things going on in this drive. Not necessarily bad questionable, but just some thought processes that probably weren't really taken into account for before the drive started, and especially as the drive began to progress. Arguably, one of the biggest plays besides the touchdown play was the decision of Bo Nix to run for 3 yards after the play was clearly manned by Oregon. He said he only saw white jerseys and wound up getting a very gutsy first down for the Auburn Tigers to continue the drive. Of course, the next couple of plays, I think a pass to Sal Cannella, a pass to Seth Williams, and able to get out of bounds around 16 seconds left in the football game. Then 26 yards away from the goal line, about 16 seconds left to go in the game, Bo Nix drops back to pass to had a first check down, didn't see it, but then found Sal Cannella around the 1 yard line, making one of the biggest receptions in recent history for the Auburn Tigers, winning the game 27-21. Now let's rewind this back to past times for the Auburn Tigers on game-winning drives. You think about even the 2010 national championship when Auburn won with a walk-off field goal by Wes Byram. Then you go back to different games during the Daniel Carlson tenure at Auburn, where, you think about during the Daniel Carlson era at Auburn, very reliable as a field goal kicker, high percentage, around about 86-something%. So that leads us to question, not sure if this was the full thought process of Gus Malzahn in this particular last drive of the football game, but is it possible that Gus Malzahn did not necessarily have full faith in his young kicker, Anders Carlson? If you think about it, early in that football game, Carlson actually missed a 40-plus yard field goal, continuing his percentage, which is about 20% below his brother Daniel Carlson during his particular tenure at Auburn. Is it a possibility, though? Of course, we will never know. That Gus Malzahn felt like he was close enough, felt like he could dial up the right play to not have to put the game in the hands of Anders Carlson. Because if you think about a field goal, I mean, this is even in non-anxiety type situations, but if you think about the whole process of the field goal, you have to have the right snap, you have to have the quarterback, the holder, making sure that the ball is placed. You also have to have the timing of the kicker in his steps in making the field goal. Also, you have to take into account much, much more aggressive play by the defense when the game is actually on the line. You have a possibility, when you really think about a game like Auburn and Oregon and everything that was on the line, a field goal was a very, very low percentage way to win that football game. Auburn was around the 26-yard line, and you're talking about close to a 40-yard kick. Anders Carlson was 1 for 2 for kicks between 40 and 49 yards in that particular game. And you add the anxiety of this being the game-winning kick. Auburn was fortunate for this game to not have to come down to a field goal, because I don't like the probability. I don't like the probability of Anders Carlson even with a chip shot, because if you think about the Washington game a year ago, he missed the chip shot. So I think moving forward, there's definitely some trust issues with Anders Carlson as a kicker. He definitely has the strong leg, but definitely does not have the same degree of accuracy that his brother Daniel Carlson had during his tenure. And, it just worked out for Auburn. Talking about 16 seconds left, throwing the touchdown with 9 seconds left. Obviously, if you don't complete the pass to to Seth Williams, of course you have to start thinking field goal at that point, or let's say in a very, very terrible situation, the ball is intercepted, the rest is history anyway. But I really believe, when I started to even when I was watching this game, I was like, Gus Malzahn is going to try to win this game with a touchdown, because he absolutely does not feel the confidence to be able to trust Anders Carlson to win that particular football game, especially around the 26-yard line. Once again, it's Kennard Vernon Stewart here for the podcast Talking Auburn Football. Go ahead and like this video, comment, and subscribe to the channel. As always, it's great to be an Auburn Tiger, War Eagle.